This is Bo Roberson. You're listening to Crowley Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And good evening, and we finally welcome you to the Carter Activity Center. We apologize for those technical issues getting us started for today's contest. Had some audio issues with my microphone getting connected to the live stream computer, but it looks like everything is all set to go. It is the first game back after the Thanksgiving holidays for Crowley's Ridge College, as they will look to pick up their second win of the season. But across the way from them today will be the Bearcats of Rust College. Good evening, everybody. I am Dustin Seymour, Sports Information Director at Crowley's Ridge College. We are glad that you have chosen to join us this gorgeous evening. It's starting to get chilly here in Northeast Arkansas. My weather app says it is currently 35 degrees outside. But inside, we are getting ready to warm up with Crowley's Ridge College Pioneers basketball against the Bearcats of Rust College. Again, Rust played their first game of the season less than 24 hours ago at Texas A&M Texarkana. The Bearcats lost their season opener by a score of 80-56 to the Eagles of Texas A&M Texarkana. And so they don't have that many statistics for us to look at going back and forth, especially with averages, as averages go. But we do have some sense of the two teams. Pioneers 1-6 on the year. Bearcats 0-1 on the year. Pioneers are averaging 75.4 buckets a game. The Bearcats at 80. Last night, the Bearcats shot 20 of 45 from the floor, so they are 44.4%. Pioneers have shot 198 complete field goals out of 487 attempted, giving them 40.7%. The Bearcats like to go long range. However, their statistic does not show up very well, at least as far as the from their first game. Again, they only have one game, so I don't have much of a pool to garner much of a preview for the Bearcats. But last night at Texas A&M Texarkana, the Bearcats attempted 19 long balls, connected on 2. So they now have a 10.5% shooting from long range. Pioneers on the other side, 30.6. They have attempted 180 and have connected on 55. So the Pioneers average just shy of 8 three-pointers a game. And the Bearcats hit 2 last night. From the charity stripe, the Pioneers at 62.1%, 77 out of 124. The Bearcats attempted 20 free throws last night and converted on 14 of those, giving them an even 70%. Rebounds, the Pioneers currently are averaging just shy of 40 per game, and the Bearcats had 42 yesterday. However, when you look at the Pioneers are ranked in the nation with offensive rebounds, and so they make sure that they get those points off of the offensive board. Crowley's Ridge currently 25th in the nation with 279 offensive rebounds. And they're also 40th in the nation, averaging 12.3 offensive boards per game. Turnovers, the Pioneers have given the ball away 125 times, averaging 18 a game. The Bearcats last night had a rough start, 29 turnovers in their season opener, but they did have one takeaway, so one steal for the Bearcats. Pioneers average just above 9 steals per game, and they are led by Kyle Moore, who is 15th in the NAIA with total steals. He has swiped the ball away 16 times, and the Pioneers as a team are 17th in the nation with 64 total steals, and with that 9.1 steal per game ratio, Pioneers are 34th in the nation. And when we look at the blocks, that's been a big thing for the Pioneers, averaging 6 blocks a game, 42 total blocks. However, when you look on the other side, last night, this big Rust Bearcat team matched the average. Bearcats last night had 6 stuffs against Texas A&M Texarkana. And so look for those long arms out of the Bearcats out of Rust College, visiting Paragould from Holly Springs, Mississippi. That gets you set to go down to the floor where our public address announcer, Austin Schweihart, will have our pregame prayer and our national anthem. And then I will come right back to you with the starting lineup. So we'll send it down to public address announcer, Austin Schweiart.
And your Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer. At this time, we have to please stand for the cap for our prayer. Then we meet here with the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day and we thank you for everything. Yes, we forgive. Let no one be injured. Let everyone praise best their ability. Let everyone have good sportsmanship. All this we ask in your son's name. Amen.
And welcome back, one and all, to the Carter Activity Center on the beautiful campus of Crowley's Ridge College and the west edge of Paragould, Arkansas, as the Pioneers get start for their next contest, this one against the Bearcats of Rust College. Let's introduce the starting lineups. First for Edward Newton's Bearcats, his first season at the helm of the Bearcats. We will see Jerez Porter, a 6'8 junior out of Clinton, Mississippi. He had 14 points last night, leading his Bearcats. We'll also see Jordan Jackson, the 5'10 junior from Jackson, Mississippi. Had 8 points last night, 3 of 10 from the floor. Darian Clinton is a 6'6 junior from Greenville, South Carolina. He will get the nod for Coach Newton's Bearcats. Jordan Watkins, a 6'5 senior out of Columbus, Mississippi, bucketed 9 points in their contest last night, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. And then rounding off the lineup, the man in the middle will be Christopher Ogbo, the 6'8 senior from Jos, Nigeria. He will wear number 32 on the front of his jersey, the back of his jersey. And so that will be Porter, Jackson, Clinton, Watkins, and Agbo for the Bearcats. On the other side, for the Pioneers, a new starting, a familiar starting lineup, but a bit different. Tyrell Ware, second in the nation with total blocks with 22. He is unavailable for tonight's game based on COVID-19 quarantine restrictions, and so he is not available for tonight's contest. And so the starting lineup will see Bo Roberson, the 6'2 sophomore who leads the team with 21 points per game, the Tuckerman, Arkansas native. Kyle Moore, a 5'11 senior from Cardwell, Missouri. He averages 11 buckets a game. The freshman, Riley Clairday, 6'7", who has 8 blocks. He is 27th in the nation with those 8 blocks. Does the Melbourne, Arkansas native. Key Roberson, 6'4 sophomore from Tuckerman, the former Bulldog as well, the twin brother of Bo Roberson in the front court. And then K.J. Corder will get the nod to start for the Pioneers. This will be his third consecutive start, 4th overall. He averages 13.3 points a game, does the Hot Springs native, formerly playing for the Nighthawks of National Park College. So the Pioneers will go to work against the Bearcats of Rust College. Rust in black tops, black shorts. The shorts have blue and gray stripes down the side, blue numerals and a blue shoulder yoke, white outline. For the Bearcats, going to the center dot will be Christopher Ogbo for the Bearcats, and for the Pioneers in gray. Gray tops, gray bottoms with green piping, white numerals will send Riley Clairday. So it will be Clairday and Ogbo at the center dot. Pioneers will move right to left across your radio dial or your screen, depending on how you are tuning in today, and the tip-off will go Bearcats' way. So working as the point guard is Jackson. Jackson looks to his left to Porter. Porter back to Jackson at the top of the key, who moves to his right and finds Watkins. Watkins at the top of the key after the one-touch pass. Now to the right wing to Clinton. Back to the top of the key around the horn. Good ball movement goes down to Ogbo. Ogbo up off the board, and that is good. So Ogbo starts things off for the Bearcats, which brings KJ Corder. Looks to his left to the near wing to Key Roberson to Kyle Moore. One-touch pass over to Bo Roberson. Bo to Key Roberson, back to Bo. Bo at the top of the key, thinks about penetrating. Instead goes to the right side to Key Roberson for three. Yes, sir. Key Roberson answers with a three-pointer. So 19:06 left to play in the opening half of play. Pioneers with a 1-point lead. To the left side, here is Clinton. Pulling up for three is Porter. Porter answers with a three-pointer of his own. Jerez Porter will answer Key Roberson's three-pointer. Kyle Moore looks to his right to KJ Corder between the hoops. Corder drives down outside to Bo Roberson. Roberson for three. That bounces out, rebounded by Clinton. On the far side is Porter. Porter goes down low to Ogbo. Ogbo goes to Clinton. Clinton on the far wing finds Porter. Porter back down low to Ogbo. Ogbo will take one too many steps. And the 6'8" Ogbo will make his way back down the floor after the turnover, with the Bearcats trailing 5-3. Kyle Moore working as the point guard now for the Pioneers. They kind of split between Moore and Corder. Here's Key Roberson, who looks to his right to Bo. Bo at the top of the key finds KJ Corder between the circles. Corder tries to drive inside from the left block. Now out to Key Roberson on the near wing, who finds Clairday at the free throw line. Up to Bo Roberson. Plant, shoot, miss. And Kyle Moore with one of those offensive boards patented by the Pioneers. Kyle Moore will reset the shot clock to 20 now, and he tries to lay one in. And that is out, rebounded by Ogbo. Down the floor is Clinton, and Clinton on his way to the hoop will be fouled. Pioneer faithful thought that he may have taken one too many steps there, attempting that Euro step. He kept the feet where they were supposed to be. And Riley Clairday will be whistled with a personal foul, and that sends Darian Clinton, who misses his first free throw of the season. 2 for 2 after last night's game. Devin Sheehy will come into the game. Free throw up, and that is short as well. Key Roberson gets the board for the Pioneers. Here is KJ Corder. Corder pulls up from the far wing. Yes, sir. KJ Corder knocks down a three-pointer, and the Pioneers retake the lead. It is now 6-5 for the men in gray. Watkins goes to his left to Porter. Porter looks for a screen from Ogbo. Porter pulls up for three. Porter misses his three. Ogbo tries to get the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Chris Huntsman will enter for the Bearcats. Still no substitutions by the Pioneers. Kyle Moore makes his way across the timeline, gets past his man, goes down to KJ Corder on the far corner, who dribbles up near the top. Here's Bo Roberson at the top of the key, trying to find a seam at the right elbow, goes outside to Corder. KJ Corder Dribbles inside, flings up a floater, and that falls. KJ Quarter muscles that one home. It is 8-5 in favor of the home team. To the left side is Huntsman. Huntsman to his right to Porter on the near wing. Porter drifts to his left. Now to his right to Sheehy. Down low to Ogbo. Ogbo off the window, no good. Putback chance is. Ogbo makes it 8-7. 16:20 left to play in the opening half. Bo Roberson tries to call his play. And we will have a foul on the Bearcats off the ball. That will be on Devin Sheehy. Got a little tangled up. Not allowing the person on the other side of the floor to get to his position. KJ Quarter finds Bo Roberson, head fakes the jumper, then he's blocked by Porter, but the pass goes right to Kyle Moore. Here's Roberson under the halo, that goes off the window, and that goes through the nylon. 10-7. Crowley's Ridge holding a 3-point advantage over our foes from the Magnolia State. Sheehy at the top of the key finds Ogbo on the right elbow, goes out to Porter. Porter pulls up for 3 from the corner, and that sails into the bucket and ties us up at 10. Kyle Moore drifts his way across midcourt, spins around. Has a runner to Bo Roberson, tries to put the shot up, misses, and Riley Clareday's attempt to recover the rebound is out of play. But before we get to that, we will have a media timeout on the floor with 15:25 left to go until recess. The Pioneers are tied with the Bearcats. It is 10-10. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneers basketball on the Pioneers Digital Network.
Olivia from Washington. Laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that mommy and daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is Montreal James, and you're listening to Crowley Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Welcome back to the action as Porter pulls up for a mid-range jumper, and that is good. KJ Quarter with the ball, gets it tipped away, but he does recover in time. 12-10, Pioneers trailing the visiting Bearcats. Key Roberson puts up a floater, and that buckets. Porter thought about pulling up for a 3. He does pull up a 3. Off balance, Key Roberson gets the rebound and finds David Ballard now onto the court for the Crowley's Ridge Pioneers. KJ Quarter on the far wing finds Kyle Moore, who heaves it across the court to Bo Roberson. Roberson drives in, fadeaway jumper, yes. Bo Roberson makes it 14-12. To the right side is KJ Quarter. Quarter at the top of the key, finds Kyle Moore. Moore head fakes the 3, instead floats down to David Ballard. And then we'll have a foul, but a big-time block there from Eric Stimmage. Had the foul before the block. That's one of those demoralizing blocks. But Kyle Moore instead will head to the charity stripe, shooting 2. First of 2 is up on its way. It rims out. Coming into the contest, Kyle Moore still leads his Pioneers, shooting 85% from 15 feet out. Pioneers with 3 men in the backcourt. Kyle Moore's second free throw is no good. Rebound comes down before a foul on the Bearcats. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. So a turnover by the Bearcats gives Crowley's Ridge the basketball with the 2-point lead. Bo Roberson looks to his right to KJ Corder, open for 3. Yes, sir. KJ Corder has had 2 consecutive 20-point games, and he's off and running with 8 before 7 minutes have elapsed in the first half of play. To the left side, Johnson to Porter. Porter goes to his right to Sheehy to the top of the key. 3-pointer misses, and Key Roberson with the rebound, who passes to Bo. Bo Roberson on the near wing. Passes to Key Roberson at the top of the key. Back to Corder. Corder driving inside. That's going to be stolen away cleanly by Porter. It's Porter and Corder. And Corder's going to steal it right back to Bo Roberson. Roberson from the free throw line knocks it down. Bo Roberson puts his Pioneers up 19-12. To the left side is Porter to the top of the key, around the horn to Johnson, back to Jackson. Jackson to Porter. 3-pointer from Sheehy misses, rebounded by Bo Roberson. Roberson, fancy footwork underneath, misses his shot, but he is hacked on his way to the basket. So that will send the former Tuckerman Bulldog and head coach Edward Newton furious with the black and white clad referees, saying you didn't call it on the other side, but you're going to call it down here. In any case, the Pioneers will send Bo Roberson to the free throw line to shoot 2, as 4 Pioneers in the backcourt. First of 2 from Roberson. Buckets in. Montrell James and Riley Clairday in. Clairday in for the second time. Montrell James, who recently broke the career steals record for Crowley's Ridge, and will only improve that total in this, his senior campaign, will step in. Roberson's second free throw on its way, and it is true. 21-12, Pioneers leading the visiting black and blue Bearcats. To the left side is Sheehy. Sheehy alleys to Ogbo. The oop is out of reach, but he does pick it back up and get the points to fall. So it is now 21-14. Roberson to Ballard. Ballard on the near wing finds Roberson. Back to Ballard. Ballard thought about the three-pointer, finds KJ Corder. Corder picks up a screen, puts up a shot. No. Rebounded by the giant Ogbo. 6'8" underneath there. And we will have a charge. A charge down on the floor. This whistled on Sheehy. And that's going to be a timeout. So that's going to send us to our next break. 11:58 left to play. Pioneers hold a 21-14 lead over our guests from Rust College. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneers basketball on the Pioneers Digital Network.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You love them enough to sit through their favorite boy band with them. Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Coach Perkins. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And we welcome you back to Crowley's Ridge Pioneers Basketball on the Pioneers Digital Network. I know we have several listeners right now, but I've been informed that a Crowley's Ridge alumna has tuned in. We're thankful that Krista Scott, who graduated in December, is on the road tuning in to listen to her boys play. We're glad that you have joined us, Krista, and we're glad for all of you who have joined us here for this great game between the Pioneers and the Bearcats. Bo Roberson, with 8 on the shot clock, pulls up. Now goes to David Ballard. Ballard, 3 on the shot clock, needs to get something off to the Pioneers. They're not going to. So there will be a foul. A foul before the shot clock went off by Watkins. And it looks like that's going to reset the shot clock to 20. Inbound finds KJ Quarter. Quarter goes in, makes his man bite on the juke move a little bit there. But here come the Bearcats to Ogbo at the free throw line. Ogbo goes outside to Jackson. Jackson, fancy footwork there. To Ogbo. Ogbo goes up, misses his shot. David Ballard with a rebound. Here is Bo Roberson, pulls up from 10 feet. Knocks it down, splashes it home. Bo Roberson splashes home that 10-foot jumper. It's 23-14. As Watkins on the far wing for the Bearcats goes to the top of the key to Jackson. Jackson, wildly contested shot, but he knocks it down. Jordan Jackson puts it to 23-16. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remain before intermission. Montrell James finds David Ballard at the top of the key. Looks to his left to KJ Quarter. And Quarter's going to lose control, but it gets tipped out of his fingertips. And last touched by Quarter. So it will be Bearcat basketball. Underneath. Now back outside to Porter, and Porter splashes home a three-pointer. Grez Porter makes it 23-19. We're midway through the opener. Braden Williams to Bo Roberson at the top of the key. Roberson to Montrell James. James drives the baseline, floats one up, floats one in. Darian Clinton was looking at his point guard, Jackson, and Jackson said, go on. So Clinton took it up on his own. Now goes up. Porter pulls up for a three. That's too hard. Ogbo pulls down the rebound. And underneath, Riley Clairday is going to get whistled with the violation. Nine minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the opening half of play. Pioneers lead the Bearcats 25-19. On the baseline, now goes up to the top of the key, pulling up for a long jumper. Misses that. Rebound coming to the Bearcats. That's going to be Johnson. Johnson to Ogbo, who goes to his left to Porter. Porter goes down and finds Jackson. Jackson from the right elbow. That's too far left. Montrell James gets the board. Pioneers 25, Bearcats 19. Braden Williams, Bo Roberson at the top of the key, splitting his defenders. Rolls off, puts up a shot, misses. Rebound coming down to Clinton. Clinton on the far sideline tries to work around Logan Willett, and he's going to pass it to Jackson. Jackson goes to Ogbo, goes to his left to Porter, and trying to pass it to Clinton, but instead that just goes out of bounds. And a frustrated Porter Correction, that is a frustrated Johnson. So on the floor, we have a veritable Hall of Presidents for the Bearcats. We have Jackson, we have Clinton, we have Johnson. But for the Pioneers, we have Montreal James, who goes up and puts in the layup, 27 to 19. Jackson goes, tipped out of his fingertips, but that's going to be recovered by Johnson. Johnson goes to his right, now to Watkins. Watkins to the left side to Porter. Porter, 10 on the timer, goes to his right to Jackson. Jackson for 3, and he'll knock it home. Jordan Jackson makes it 27 to 22. Braden Williams driving in and will be fouled. But we will have those free throws when we return from our break. Pioneers 27, Bearcats 22. 7 minutes, 49 seconds left to go until intermission. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. 1, okay, cool guy. 2, 3 times. Next, oh, I put it in reverse. Meep, meep, meep. Then I take it up and down, up and down. And that, kiddos, is called the forklift.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now that's dancing. Sure beats flossing.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Look out, world, we're getting strong. The future's here and we belong. Like build a rocket and watch it soar. Clean the oceans and make the world a better place. Oh. Find a cure, invent something new. There's no challenge in the world that she can't face. She can STEM.
Learn more at She Can STEM. A message brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is Kyle Moore. You're watching Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And we welcome you back, one and all, to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball. Braden Williams will go to the charity stripe, shooting 2. Coming into the contest, Williams, after he hits his first one, coming into the contest, Braden Williams is a 77% shooter from the charity stripe. Pioneers now 28 to 22. Make it 29 to 22 after Williams knocks both of them down. The inbound goes to Jackson, but we'll have a foul on Alex Merrow. Pioneers pick up their 3rd personal foul. However, the Bearcats in foul trouble. Their next defensive foul will send the Pioneers to the free throw line in the bonus. Porter looks to his left side and finds Robinson, and Robinson is fouled. That foul's on Braden Williams. DeMarcus Robinson inbounds, and he finds Jordan Jackson to Porter. Porter goes to Johnson. Johnson puts up a 10-footer, misses. Braden Williams gets the board. Braden Williams takes it by himself. Euro steps in, but misses the shot. Rebound comes to Jackson of the blue and black. Jackson thought about putting it into another gear. Pulls up from the free throw line, misses. Rebounded by Bo Roberson. Roberson got those ups. Got a nice vertical. Montreal James underneath. He'll be blocked in his attempt. That block by Huntsman. Here is Porter, and Porter's going to have it stolen away. Here's Alex Merrow, 29-22, going out to James. James underneath, and we will have a foul on the floor before the shot. Or at least it should be before the shot. Well, they're going to go to the line shooting 1-and-1 anyway, so We knew it was on the floor before the shot. We knew that free throws were going to be taken, and it is indeed free throws in the bonus. So we're going to have a timeout. This one is a Bearcat timeout, so we'll take it as well. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball. Pioneers leading 29-22 on the Pioneer Digital Network.
145 over 92.
180 over 111. I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
I'm Surgeon General Jerome Adams. If you've recovered from COVID-19 confirmed by a positive test, you're in a special position to help us fight the virus. Your plasma has antibodies that may help others fight COVID. So please donate plasma now. You can literally help save lives. There are locations across the country that have safe ways for you to donate. Find a site to donate your plasma at coronavirus.gov.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services at taxpayer expense.
This is Bo Roberson. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Montrell James goes to the charity stripe to shoot the one and the one. So James will ready the front half. On its way, back ironed, rebounded by Porter. Porter hands off to Jackson. Jackson heaves down court. Now crosses the court now to Johnson. Johnson outside to Jackson. Misses, rebound, tipped to Montrell James. 2-on-1. James puts on the brakes, slips around a while. And we'll have a jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Pioneers. And again, Coach Newton not happy with the no call there, as slip and slide there for Montrell James. The inbound will go to Logan Willett after the jump ball. And that's tipped around. We're going to tumble to the Timbers. On the other side is Porter. Porter will be fouled. Are they going to call it before the shot or after? Or during? They're going to call it during the shot. So that will be Braden Williams' second personal foul. Give 2 points to Rust College. And that's going to send Jerez Porter, 6'8", Clinton, Mississippi native. Clinton, a suburb of Jackson. Southpaw readies his shot. The and one rattles around, and it is bucketed. J.M. Gregg back in for Crowley's Ridge. Or not back in now for Crowley's Ridge. 29-25, Crowley's Ridge holding on to a lead. That has now dwindled to 4. Bounce pass to James, out to Willett. Willett for 3. Yes, sir. Logan Willett was at the court when I arrived 2.5 hours before tip-off, and he was practicing that exact shot. And it paid off with the 3-point bucket to make it 32-25. Floater down low, missed the offensive rebound, missed as well. KJ Quarter has the rebound. KJ Quarter finds Willett. Willett head fakes the 3, goes inside. He'll be fouled. Foul's going to be whistled on Chris Huntsman. So still in the 1-and-1 single bonus, Logan Willett will go to shoot the front half, potentially a back half. First on its way, misses, rebounded by Huntsman of the Bearcats. To the right side to Huntsman, around the horn. Back to the top of the key to Jackson. Jackson heaves a 3-pointer, misses. And we have a double foul on KJ Quarter and Johnson. KJ Quarter and Elijah Johnson got tied up underneath the bucket. Both of them will be fouled. Both of them will receive a foul. Referees are conferring. The initial call was that both of them received a foul. Coach Perkins not happy. And we will get the call. Looks like that is indeed the case. So each player will receive one foul. KJ Quarter and Elijah Johnson. And because of the jump ball, I believe, it is, yes, because it was a jump ball, it was Bearcat basketball, and so the Bearcats with it, but J.M. Gregg gets the scoop. Can he get the score? No, he's going to pull off, loses control, and that's just going to go out of bounds. So J.M. Gregg had a little too much adrenaline there. Bounce pass will go into the scorer's bench. So a pair of turnovers from the Bearcats and the Pioneers. Right now it sits with Pioneers having 3 turnovers. 6, that was the 7th turnover by the Bearcats. Alex Marrow goes to his left side to Willett. Willett driving in, goes outside to Marrow. Marrow for 3. And he will have that short rebound coming to Porter. Porter did not have the number, so he's going to back off. He's going to spin around just a bit. And good job by Logan Willett there to make Porter kind of bobble the basketball. And in his attempt to maintain possession, he steps out of bounds. Crowley's Ridge ball, 32-25, 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And half number 1. Montrell James going up, lost control of the ball. Porter goes down and finds Huntsman. Huntsman off the window and good. Chris Huntsman makes it 27-32 in favor of the home team. Logan Willett faked right, went left, outside to Marrow. Marrow goes back up to Willett. Willett thought about the three-pointer, instead kind of foots around a little bit trying to penetrate inside. Now passes right to Porter. Porter, it's 2-on-1. He'll bounce pass, goes back to Porter. Porter will be blocked by Micah Duncan. And it goes out of play. And we'll have a timeout on the floor as Porter hopes to find an explanation as to why he was not fouled there. But Micah Duncan, as it sits, is recorded with a block. 3:57 left to go. Pioneers lead it 32-27. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is KJ Quarter. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Just shy of 4 minutes left to play in this opening act of play. Crowley's Ridge now leading the Bearcats 32-27. Inbounding will be Johnson, and that's immediately taken away. And tumbling to the court is Logan Willett and a few others. Good sportsmanship shown there by Chris Huntsman to assist Logan Willett back up. Hustling for the ball. Sometimes it means you got to take a tumble. Here's Jackson. Jackson points for a screen. He receives it. Shot clock did not turn on, so having to ensure that it is where it needs to be. Ensuring everything's squared away up on the scoreboard. All right. As it sits, it is 18 seconds, so they elapsed 2 seconds, thinking that it took 2 off of that inbound play. And a few seconds off of the game clock. It's now 3:52 with 15 now on the shot clock. Calling for the play on the right side is Porter. Porter goes back to the top of the key, around the horn to Huntsman. Huntsman head fakes, now goes to Jackson, who head fakes, back to Porter. His three-pointer misses. Rebound goes off the head of a Bearcat. So it's Crowley's Ridge basketball. 3:34 to go before the break. Crowley's Ridge leads 32-27. Kyle Moore moving across for the Pioneers to Logan Willett off the left elbow, who finds Bo Roberson on the far wing. Roberson moves to his left, puts up a 15-footer. Yes. Bo Roberson puts it to 34-27. That is Bo's 11th and 12th point of the game. So he has double digits in all 7 of the Pioneer contests. Driving to the baseline, but then a steal by Kyle Moore. 2-on-1. Kyle Moore to Bo Roberson. Roberson's going to lay it in with the left hand. Bo Roberson pushes the Pioneer lead to 9. Jackson slowing things down, making sure his offense gets set as he looks to his left to Huntsman. Huntsman back to Jackson. Jackson at the top of the key, dribbles in, plants, fires. Yes. Jordan Jackson buckets the points for the Bearcats. Key Roberson on the near wing finds Kyle Moore. Moore to Logan Willett. Willett moving down on the far wing now. Head fakes, drives to the baseline, heaves it across to Bo Roberson. Wide open for 3. Misses. Rebound fought for by 2 different Bearcats, and Ogbo will recover it. Ogbo finds Jackson. Jackson goes down. Ogbo not quite ready for the pass, and that's going to go to Kyle Moore. Moore weaves around, goes outside to Willett. Logan Willett pulls up, makes his man miss for 3. That's way short. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson, 1-on-1 now on the far side is Huntsman, rather. And we will have a travel violation. So, Ogbo kind of spinning his wheels a little bit there. The inbound to Kyle Moore. Kyle Moore goes to his left to Bo Roberson. Roberson dribbles to his right at the top of the key. Now takes a step inside, goes up, misses. Ogbo with the rebound. Ogbo heaves out of the reach of his intended target, Clinton. Here's Key Roberson, one-touch pass to Bo. Bo on the near corner, 20 on the shot clock now. To Logan Willett to the right side to Key Roberson, back to Willett. Willett wide open for 3 at the top of the key. Yes, sir! Splashes that one home. That hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And it is now a 10-point lead in the last 60 seconds before recess. Right side to Robinson. Robinson down low to Agbo. Agbo out to Huntsman. Huntsman underneath. Huntsman gets a shot off. He is fouled. That foul whistled on Kyle Moore. That's going to send Chris Huntsman, the 6'3 freshman from Memphis, Tennessee, to the free throw line. Against Texarkana, Texas A&M Texarkana, he was 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. The first of his two is true. One more free throw upcoming. 9-point deficit for the Bearcats. Huntsman readies his free throw. And we have a lane violation on Ogbo. A bit slow on the free throw, kind of pump, not really a pump fake. Don't know if that was intended to try and, draw the defender off sides, you might say, but unintentionally, we had a Bearcat go off sides. And so Crowley's Ridge takes a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. A use it or lose it timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at managebp.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Roberson, you listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Final 47 ticks in the opening half of play. Crowley's Ridge up by 9, 39-30. After the Bearcat lane violation, erased a free throw attempt. Kyle Moore picks up the ball, lets the clock start. Moore bounce pass to Bo Roberson. Roberson on the far wing, almost stolen away, but instead he'll back off to find Kyle Moore between the circles. Moore calls for a screen by Claire Day. Moore heaves up a shot off the window, and that's good. Shot clock turns off, 25 left to go. Jackson looks to his left side to Clinton, back to Jackson. Jackson to the right side to Robinson's three-pointer is true. DeMarcus Robinson makes it 41-33. The inbound pass a little out of reach of Bo Roberson. He does come away with it, though. Pioneers will have the last shot of the half. Needs to get it up and off. It is, and it is off of the mark, and so that will do it for the opening act of play. Crowley's Ridge leading the Bearcats of Rust College 41-33. We're going to take a brief timeout, then we'll have some halftime stats for you. Then an extended break. At the half, Pioneers lead 41-33. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneers basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
My name is Grayson Taylor, and I'm the campus minister at the Ridge Connection, which is the campus ministry on the campus of Crowley's Ridge College. College is a time that is possibly the most formative time in any person's life. It's where you find out who you might marry, figure out what you want to do with your life, and you figure out if your faith is legitimate, or you figure out if you believe in God at all. At the Ridge Connection, we want to help you to find an authentic community of believers that is both encouraging and uplifting to you during your time in college. We hope that as you become more involved in our campus ministry, that you actually leave campus more like Jesus than you were when you walked in. We want to help you connect to God, connect to other people, and of course, connect on the campus of CRC. So follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook at The Ridge Connection. You can find us on Instagram at The Ridge Connect. We are so excited to see what God does through The Ridge Connection on the campus of Crowley's Ridge College.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is working to help keep you and your community safe from the threat of novel or new coronavirus. Take the following everyday steps to help avoid the spread of all respiratory viruses. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. Throw the tissue away and then wash your hands. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects or surfaces, such as remote controls and doorknobs. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. And stay home if you are sick. Call your healthcare provider if you develop fever, cough, or difficulty breathing. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
This is Bo Roberson. Listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Welcome back to halftime at the Ridge. Pioneers leading the Rust Bearcats 41-33. As for some of the statistics, talking too fast here. Crowley's Ridge leading the charge at the on the floor, 51.61%, making 16 of an attempted 31 and a half. Rust not far behind, 42%. From long range, Pioneers 5 of 10, 50%. Rust 5 for 14, giving them 35%. Both teams 50% from the free throw line. The Rust Bearcats leading the rebounding battle 21 to 16. The Bearcats do have 9 helpers to the Pioneers 6. Crowley's Ridge does have 6 takeaways. 6 steals from the 14 turnovers by the Bearcats, and that led to 14 Pioneer points. Crowley's Ridge turned the ball over 6 times, 4 of those being steals from Rust. That led to 8 points off of the turnover. 2 blocks for Rust, 1 from Crowley's Ridge. Offensively, on the rebounding side at least, Rust College had 6 offensive boards, and that led to 2 second chance points. Pioneers had 2 second chance points off of 3 potential offensive boards. As we look at the individual statistics, Jerez Porter leads the way for the Bearcats, 14 points. Behind him is Jackson Jordan's 7. 6 from Christopher Ogbo, and 3 each coming from Chris Huntsman and DeMarcus Robinson. Rebounding, Christopher Ogbo has 7, 4 out of Jordan Jackson, 2 each from Darian Clinton and Jerez Porter, and then 1 from Chris Huntsman, DeMarcus Robinson, and Elijah Johnson. Across the way for the Pioneers, they are led by Bo Roberson's 14 buckets. He leads all 3 statistical categories, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. But also scoring, KJ Corder has 8 points, 6 points coming from Logan Willett, 2 big 3-pointers from the senior. 5 points out of Key Roberson, 4 from Montrell James, and 2 from Braden Williams. Rebounding, again, led by, this is Key Roberson that led with 3 rebounds, but Bo not far behind with 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 players for the Pioneers with 2 rebounds, but every Pioneer who has been on the floor for a significant amount of time has recorded a rebound and has recorded a point. So the Pioneers will hope to continue things to get into that second half of play. But at intermission, Crowley's Ridge College leads the Rust Bearcats 41 to 33. We'll take an extended timeout, let you hear the sounds of the Carter Activities Center, and then we will get started for second half. As it stands at halftime, Pioneers 41, Rust Bearcats 33 on the Pioneer Digital Network. welcome you back to the second half of action between the Pioneers of Crowley's Ridge College and the guests of Rust College from Holly Springs, Mississippi. That is pretty much as north central as it gets in the Magnolia State. Right off of what is now I-22. It was U.S. Highway 78 the entire time that I was growing up. I'm a Mississippi, not native, but I grew up there. So I know those red hills in Mississippi quite well. So we're glad that our guests from that region have made it here safely after being at Texas A&M Texarkana yesterday. And they are now here in Paragould, preparing to have this final 20 minutes of action and returning back home to Mississippi. As you can see, the Crowley's Ridge student section is a bit scant. Crowley's Ridge has moved to an online-only format for after Thanksgiving break, with only 1 week of classes and then finals coming up. We figured we'd let the students go home, and since it's spread out all over the diaspora, we would allow them to be able to stay at home and not possibly bring anything from home back here. And so they have been dismissed, at least for the time being. They do still have to go to class on Zoom, to the chagrin of my wife, who is having to be up and taking Greek early in the morning. But here's Key Roberson with a three, who bangs home a three-pointer. Yes, sir. Key Roberson starts things off with a three-pointer for the Pioneers, 44-33. As now moving right to left are the Bearcats. The three-pointer trying to answer, misses. Ogbo tips it out of bounds. It's Crowley's Ridge basketball with the 11-point lead, 44-33, after Key Roberson starts off the second half with the three-pointer from the far wing. Now back to Key Roberson. Roberson goes to KJ Quarter for the Pioneers. KJ Quarter, Key Roberson, Bo Roberson, Kyle Moore, and Riley Clairday, the starting five. Here's Bo Roberson for three, and he'll knock it home. Yes, sir. Roberson brothers. 6 points for the Tuckerman native twins. Coming out of the half. Far side is Porter. Porter's three-pointer misses. Rebound goes to Key Roberson for the Bearcats. It's Jerez Porter. It's Jordan Jackson. It's Darian Clinton. It's Jordan Watkins. And it's Christopher Ogbo. 47-33. Moving left to right. Here is Key Roberson for a three. He misses that one. Rebounded by Porter. Porter for the blue and black will streak down the floor after passing to the jump shot to Jackson, who missed it. Ogbo with the rebound. Ogbo muscles that one in. Christopher Ogbo gets the first points for the Bearcats in the second half. Bo Roberson to KJ Quarter, rather. Quarter between the circles, drifting to his left, now to his right. He gets tripped up. That foul could be whistled. That's going to be 12. Clinton. Darian Clinton gets his first foul. So KJ Quarter is going to inbound on the near sideline. 20 on the shot clock. 18:04 left in the contest. Back to KJ Quarter, who muscles that one in. KJ Quarter sized up the 6'8" Ogbo and put it off the window to make it 49-35. Porter on the near wing. Porter goes down low to Ogbo. Ogbo off the left block. Porter now with the basketball goes back to Clinton. Clinton from the hoop underneath. Missed it, gets his own board. And we're tied up underneath, but there's a foul underneath on Clairday. Riley Clairday will get whistled with his second personal foul. Inbound finds Porter, who finds Jackson. Jackson goes to his left to Huntsman. Back to Porter. Porter steps on the sideline. Porter stepped on his sideline for a turnover. It's Crowley's Ridge basketball. And we see the referee saying last warning, as Coach Edward Newton has been on their case the entirety of the first half. Kyle Moore's going to spin around on the near wing. Now he goes to Riley Clairday around the KJ quarter to Bo Roberson at the top of the key. Roberson pulls up for three. No. Rebounded by Ogbo. That was close to coming in. Jackson floats underneath, and we'll have a foul. This foul on Clairday. Clairday picks up 2 fouls in quick succession, and so it appears as though David Ballard will replace him as he heads to the scorer's table to announce his intention to enter the game. First free throw coming is nothing but net for the Bearcats. Free throw lines, Jordan Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi Junior. Ready's his second free throw on its way. And true. 49-37, Pioneers with a lead. Rolls back, Bo Roberson at the top of the key. Roberson floats in, puts up a runner. Yes. Bo Roberson breaks the Pioneers past half a century with his 19th point. Jackson looks to his left to Clinton. Clinton underneath. Clinton had a seam. Arian Clinton puts it to 51-39. Bo Roberson to Key Roberson. Key to Moore. Moore thought about the three. Goes to his left, picking up. He's using his dribble. And that's stolen away by Porter. And Bo Roberson will be whistled with a foul. Darrell Jennings enters the contest for the Bearcats. Clinton will inbound in front of the scorer's bench. Left side to Huntsman. Huntsman goes to the top of the key. Long three-pointer coming. Long three-pointer made by the Bearcats, Jackson. Jackson up to 12 points. Quickly is Quarter off the left block. Quarter double teamed. Quarter's going to go out and find Key Roberson to Bo Roberson. Bo spins his wheels, floats up, misses, gets his own putback, misses that. Jackson into the paint, blocked by Quarter, still tipped around, and that's Pioneer basketball. 2-on-1. Here's Bo Roberson all by himself, and actually it'll be blocked. No. Yes, we're going to have a goaltending violation. And with that, we're going to take a media timeout. After the goaltending violation gives Bo Roberson 2 more points. Pioneers lead 15-28 to go, 53-42. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneers basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Hey everybody, it's time for today's STEM tip. Want to know how to make your selfies even better? Okay, let's use science. The best time for photos is golden hour. That's the moment right before the sun sets, when the atmosphere scatters blue and violet wavelengths, making perfect, soft, and golden selfie light to show off that beautiful face of yours. Click. Check out Chic and STEM for more inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when playing. Ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is Logan Willett. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Bearcats inbound the basketball, moving right to left. Porter to Jackson. Jackson between the circles. Jackson trying to call for a screen. He's telling them to cross now, getting all kinds of tied up. To Porter. Porter at the left elbow, takes a couple steps in, misses, floating around. Key Roberson with the board. Now to Bo Roberson. Roberson will drive in 3-on-1. He will be fouled. That's going to be on Jordan Jackson. So I'll send Bo Roberson to the charity stripe. 2 shots upcoming from Roberson. First of 2 on its way. Yes. Second free throw upcoming, and it is good as well. 55-42 in favor of the home squad. To the right side to Huntsman. Huntsman goes to his left to Jackson. Jackson at the top of the key now goes left to Clinton. Clinton underneath, and Clinton's going to take one too many steps. Clinton whistled with a travel. KJ Quarter is going to inbound under his own hoop. Not his own hoop, the Bearcat hoop. Here's Kyle Moore. Kyle Moore backs off. Now finds Key Roberson. Bounce pass to Bo. Bo back to Key. Key to Bo at the top of the key. Around to Kyle Moore. Moore driving the baseline. Picking up his dribble. Has to get a shot off. 10 seconds left. Floats out to Bo Roberson. Roberson driving up. Puts a floater short. Rebounded by Moore. Shot clock resets. Key Roberson to David Ballard for 3. Hits off the back iron and the rebound. No contest. Goes to Terrell Jennings. To the far side, Porter thought about the three-pointer. Instead, he'll go baseline, and that is a foul on David Ballard. And David Ballard gets up and has to run away. Thought that he was set. So that's going to send Jerez Porter to the line to shoot 2. As Porter coming into the game, shooting 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Lefty first shot misses. Braden Williams back in for Crowley's Ridge. Second free throw from Jerez Porter. On its way, and it is right down Broadway. 55-43, Pioneers leading, 6 minutes gone. Three-pointer from Braden Williams, missed. Rebound by the Bearcats. Going coast to coast, trying to go up for the layup. The alley-oop, it's blocked. Here's Kyle Moore. Moore at the baseline, pulling off, goes out to Braden Williams. Williams to the left side to Kyle Moore. Moore calls for a play, a little bit of wackiness there from both squads, just kind of back and forth and back and forth. We're going to slow things down here, and that's a foul. This one on Clinton. Logan Willett enters for the green and the white. Bo Roberson inbounds to Kyle Moore. Moore goes to his left to Willett. Willett will find KJ Quarter. Quarter finds a seam. He's at the left block. Puts up a shot. Missed. Rebound to Ogbo. 55-43. Pioneers lead with 13-13 left to play. Jackson looks to his right to Porter. Porter on the far wing will find Ogbo. Ogbo spinning around, picking up his dribble, goes up top to Jackson. Jackson for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Jordan Jackson up to 15 points. David Ballard to Logan Willett. Willett goes to his left to Moore to Bo Roberson. Roberson dribbles to his right, now to his left to Moore. Moore open for three. Yes, sir. Kyle Moore gets a three-pointer. And that will be a timeout by Rust College. 12 minutes, 24 seconds. Pioneers lead 58 to 46. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
If you love them enough to barely sleep, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you could do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Brighton Williams. You're watching CRC basketball.
12 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the contest. We're here at Crowley's Ridge College inside the Carter Activity Center. I'm Sports Information Director Dustin Seymour, bringing you today's action between the Pioneers of Crowley's Ridge College and the Bearcats of Rust College. Watkins will inbound for the black and blue as they move right to left. Porter goes back to Jackson. Going down low, it's Ogbo. Ogbo flings up a shot, buckets, and he's fouled. Christopher Ogbo gets 2 points. David Ballard whistled with a foul. That's Ballard's second. So that sends Ogbo to the free throw line. This will be his first free throw attempt of this young season for the Bearcats, only their second game. And it misses short, but the Bearcats get the rebound. Going out to Jackson. Jackson and Porter, a pair of 15 pointers. More clock issues. Sure, shot clock is now to 17. Game clock still at 12:14. I believe that the Zebras are pleased with where it is. They indeed are. Jackson gets the inbound, goes to his right to Porter, back to Jackson. Jackson pulls up for three. Jackson, sweet moves from deep and pulls back within single digits with another three-pointer. Jordan Jackson now 4 of 7 from deep. And we have a Bearcat foul. This one on Ogbo. Ogbo's first personal foul of the evening. Kind of late in the game for such a big man to get his first foul. So that just shows the clean play from Christopher Ogbo, that senior work. It's KJ Quarter will shoot his first free throw and miss. Quarter. Pioneers lead it by 7, 58-51. One free throw upcoming from Quarter, and that hits the back iron. Rebound coming down to Elijah Johnson, almost losing control, but Jordan Jackson will come around with the ball. Jackson to the right side. Now to the top of the key, looking to his left to Porter. Porter to a wide open Johnson for three. He misses. Rebound in the air. Ogbo. Ogbo spins around. Rims around, misses, and David Ballard's going to have the ball. Logan Willett at the top of the key. Willett looks to his right to Quarter. Quarter Trying to determine what his defender will do. Back to Willett, outside to Moore on the far wing. 10 on the timer. Moore backing off to Willett. Willett going inside, now to KJ Quarter to Bo Roberson. Roberson for three. Misses. Rebound. Pioneer basketball, last touched by Ogbo. Logan Willett will inbound underneath his own halo. He'll get it out to Quarter. KJ Quarter to Logan Willett. Willett at the left elbow. Bounce pass to Quarter. Quarter underneath off the window. No good. We're going to have all kinds of fighting for it. That is a jump ball. And jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Bearcats. (58-51), Crowley's Ridge with the lead with 10 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the game. Down low, it's Ogbo. Ogbo shots up. He's fouled by David Ballard. That's going to send David Ballard to the free throw line. Fresh legs preparing to come back for Crowley's Ridge. Montrell James and Riley Clairday awaiting the wings. Christopher Ogbo goes to the line to shoot two. His first on its way, and it is good. Ogbo will ready a second shot. On its way, and it misses. KJ Quarter gets the board. Bo Roberson back to Quarter. Quarter to Willett. Willett tries to get the screen. Now dribbles to his left. Flings up a floater. He misses, but he's fouled. He'll be fouled by Elijah Johnson, the 6'7" sophomore out of Wisconsin. The Milwaukee native. Logan Willett goes to the line to shoot a pair. First of two is good. Eric Stimmage, another big guy from Utica, Mississippi, 6'9" junior, will enter to replace his fellow big man, Christopher Ogbo. Logan Willett knocks down both free throws, and it is now 60-52. Jackson will move to his right. He's at the top of the key. He was triple teamed, which means that there are multiple Bearcats open, and Stimmage will get the bucket. It's now a two-possession game, as Coach Edward Newton rallying his troops, telling the bench players, hey, your boys need some help. Let's get loud. Logan Willett head fakes the three, now moves to his left. He picks up his dribble, goes down to Riley Clairday under the glass. Missed, foul. Both teams from here on out will be in the bonus. This one being on the shot. Riley Clairday will have two attempts. And his first one rattles home. Riley Clairday, second on the team with 8 blocks. The Melbourne, Arkansas native will shoot his second free throw. It bounces far. Rebound going to Johnson. To the left side to Johnson. Now down to Clinton. Clinton spins off the left block, missed. And there's a foul who had the honors. That's going to be KJ Quarter. Quarter will get whistled with his third violation, which sends Darian Clinton, the South Carolina native, to hit the first of 2 free throws. (61-55), Crowley's Ridge in the lead. Second free throw is up and in. 61-56. I apologize if you're watching on the screen and the score goes back and forth a little bit. I'm broadcasting and trying to keep up with the scoreboard over there. So we'll try and keep you right where it needs to be. If nothing else, I'll say the score a lot. 61-56, floater up, floater out. Rebound goes to Johnson. Johnson finds Jackson. Jackson nearly losing control of it. Instead, he's going to pass down to Stimmage. And Stimmage will be whistled with the offensive foul. So the turnover will give Braden Williams the inbound to Montrell James. 61-56, Crowley's Ridge leading the visiting Bearcats of Rust College. Logan Willett to the baseline, goes under, cleanly blocked. Great block there from Eric Stimmage. Eric Stimmage uses all 6'9" of that frame. It's every bit of the ball. Bo Roberson at the top of the key to Willett. Willett for 3. Off balance, miss, coming flying in is Huntsman. Huntsman gets the board. Who finds now Jackson. Jackson crosses the timeline, pulls up for a long 3. Short, rebound goes to Clinton. Clinton's putback. Blocked, will have a jump ball, and it's Crowley's Ridge basketball. So we're going to have a joust underneath. That makes it Crowley's Ridge basketball as the possession arrow favors the green and white. Inbound finds Braden Williams. Williams to James. Montrell James, bounce pass, good lead there to Bo Roberson. Roberson misses his shot, rebounded by the Bearcats. 5-point spread. Jackson goes outside to Johnson. His shot's up, his shot's in. Watkins, that is. Back within 3 are the Bearcats. Willett head fakes the 3, finds Montrell James. James driving under, and he gets the bucket. Underneath, Pioneer fouled. For that, we're going to have a timeout. Riley Clareday gets whistled with a foul. We'll have a timeout. 7:47 left to go. 63-58 Pioneer lead, but the Bearcats will go to the free throw line when we return. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time, as in spaghetti sandwiches for dinner. They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family?
This is Riley Clareday. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
At the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Chris Huntsman, 6'3" freshman out of Memphis, Tennessee. Pioneers with a 63-58 lead. 7 minutes, 47 ticks to go in the contest. First of two on its way. Good. 4-point differential. Huntsman prepares his second. And it is rattled around and misses. KJ Quarter gets the rebound to the right side. To Bo Roberson on the near wing. Finds Logan Willett. Thought about the three-pointer. Looks to his right to Roberson. Bo Roberson goes underneath. Kind of a upsy-daisy pass. He was on his way down. He passed to Montrell James, but James was on the baseline. So a costly turnover for the Pioneers as their lead has dwindled to just 4. Bearcats trying to determine who's supposed to be on, who's not. Appears as though Ogbo indeed has returned. So the Bearcats have the ball, trailing by 4. Spinning his wheels is Jackson. He finds Porter. Porter from NBA range. Ooh, touched nylon, goes out. Crowley's Ridge basketball. And the entirety of the Rust bench disagrees. That's no surprise on those tic-tac plays. Whichever team it goes against, they're going to say, hey, that was us. So we're the shoe on the other foot. That'd be Crowley's Ridge saying it was out on them. Instead, it's Crowley's Ridge ball. Here's Logan Willett. Willett picks up his dribble. All kinds of covered up by Clinton. Bo Roberson with 10 on the shot clock. Roberson goes out to Williams. Braden Williams driving inside, flings up a runner. He is fouled on his way to the hoop. That foul's on Chris Huntsman. Braden Williams shooting on the foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2. His first one is no good. Referee instructing the Russ players to maintain their sedentary position on the bench. Williams will ready his second free throw, and it misses. Rebound goes to Ogbo. Porter on the near wing. Looks to his right to Jackson. Jackson calls the play, goes and finds Watkins. Now back to Porter for 3. Now that was Jackson for 3. Out. But Watkins gets the rebound. And then a foul. More clock issue. That's okay. Inbound. Almost tipped out. Well, it was tipped out by Montrell James, but Jackson recovered nicely to Porter. Goes to find Johnson. Johnson's three-pointer misses. Ogbo comes flying in with a rebound. Missed. We're underneath the hoop. And that is a foul. A foul whistled, I believe, on KJ Porter. So that's going to send Christopher Ogbo. Indeed, that's KJ Porter's 4th personal foul, so he will likely sit for a few minutes. Ogbo's first free throw is out of bounds, out of the hoop. Indeed, Key Roberson will replace KJ Porter. Porter with just 1 foul left in his pocket. Second free throw from Ogbo is good. And it is now a 3-point game. Pioneers were up by as much as 11. But the Bearcats have come, if I may use the pun, clawing back. Bo Roberson up and under. He misses his shot, and the Bearcats get the rebound. Johnson driving in, puts up a runner, missed. Rebound still contested, Bearcat ball. Rust up to 18 turnovers. Three-pointer miss, but the Bearcats get another offensive rebound, make that their 14th. Up, under, Porter, 2 points, 1 point game. Montrell James trying to break this spell and get the Pioneers back into the scoring column. Here's Key Roberson for three, missed. And here come the Bearcats. Bearcats trying to, oh no, stolen by Logan Willett. Nobody on the floor knows it. Bo Roberson goes up and a charge. So a quick steal by Logan Willett is all for naught. So the Bearcats will head down the floor. Bucket ties the game. Or Bucket takes the lead. And there's a kick ball by Braden Williams. And the non-dressed athletes for Rust being instructed by their coaching staff. It's okay to be excited and cheer, but we don't want to get in trouble by having you out on the court of play. So let's just go back to the on the stands. Jackson underneath. Ogbo missed the lay-in. Jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Bearcats. Inbound will come from Johnson. He heaves it and finds Porter. Porter goes to Johnson, back to Porter. Porter to the left side to Jackson. Jackson goes back to Johnson. One-touch pass to Porter. His shot contested. Braden Williams gets the board. Williams to Logan Willett. Logan Willett thought about the three-pointer. Goes back out. Here's Braden Williams. Williams out to Key Roberson. Roberson for three. Bounce. No. Rebound is Bearcat ball. So the Bearcats will reload and try once more to head down the floor and take the lead. Pioneers hanging on by a single solitary point, 63-62. Porter will have an offensive foul. He shoved off on Montrell James. His first personal foul. Logan Willett receives the inbound. Willett goes to the top of the key. Willett drifts left to Key Roberson. Roberson moves to his right to Willett. Willett pulls up for three. That's way short, and that's going to touch nothing but the baseline. So it's out of bounds. Dead ball rebound by the Bearcats. And we will have a timeout by the Bearcats. So we will take it as well. With 4 minutes and 18 seconds left, Pioneers hold on by a dear life by 1 point. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
Or your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Our local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is KJ Porter. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
4 minutes, 18 seconds left to play. Possession arrow favoring Crowley's Ridge. Rust has 2 timeouts left. Crowley's Ridge has 4. Rust has the basketball. A basket would take the lead. And it is Jackson who looks to his right. Now back to Watkins. Watkins finds Porter. Porter goes up. He's blocked by Key Roberson. Here's Braden Williams. Williams having to turn on the afterburners. Lay in, missed. Bo Roberson's putback is missed as well. However, he was fouled on the attempt. That foul is on Jordan Watkins. So Bo Roberson will take 2 free throws. First free throw is good. That is the first point for the Pioneers in quite a while. Last points for the Pioneers was back, let us see. Montrell James back 7 minutes and 53 seconds left. It was 63 to 58. So 5-minute dry spell for the Pioneers finally broken. 64-62. Free throw up, free throw in. Bo Roberson's one who you want at the free throw line during those times. Down low, Ogbo on the right block. Ogbo able to keep his balance. Pass almost went into the hands of Roberson. Instead, a three-pointer ties this game. Jackson. Jordan Jackson hits his 5th three-pointer of the night and ties us up at 65 with 3.5 left to play. KJ Porter will drive down to the baseline, spins around, tries to put up a shot. He's contested. He gets his own rebound, trying to find a way in, and that'll be 3 seconds in the lane. Combined 30 turnovers between the two teams, so not the clean play that these coaches were hoping. 65-65, Bearcats try to take the lead. Shot up, shot missed. Ogbo gets the board. Ogbo missed the putback. We're still fighting for a rebound. Roberson almost got it, but it went back to Ogbo, and he's going to pass it right to KJ Porter. KJ Porter finds Key Roberson to Montrell James. James trying to settle things down for his Pioneer offense. He spins, he's blocked. Rebound, still tumbling around. Now we have a Pioneer timeout just as Claire Day got possession of that. So that'll be a 30-second timeout for Crowley's Ridge. So the Pioneers were leading by as much as 11. That lead has dwindled and dwindled and dwindled some more. Contributed by a 5-minute scoreless spell. And that has knotted us up at 65-65. Pioneers have the basketball after the quick timeout just to maintain possession. Pioneers have three timeouts. Rust has 2. If I'm, my timeout keeper is correct. KJ Quarter's going to inbound. Has to get it in. Finally does. Finds Bo Roberson. Roberson puts up a floater. Missed. And that's Bearcat ball. Bearcat basketball. Here is Jackson. Jackson will drift to his right to Porter. Porter dribbles off of his foot. Crowley's Ridge ball. AJ Quarter inbounds to Montreal James. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remain in this contest, in which the Bearcats had trailed by 11 and have now clawed back to tie things up at 65. Montreal James on the near wing looks to his left to Key Roberson. Roberson back to James. James tries to spin off the defender. He'll drive to the baseline, puts up a floater, hits the side of the backboard, and it's now Bearcat ball. Porter spins around, floater, and that'll do it. That'll give a lead to the Bearcats for the first time in a long time. Bo Roberson goes to his left to Key. Key back to Bo Roberson. Roberson floats it up, and he'll tie it back up. Bo Roberson makes it 67, 90 seconds left to play. Porter, it's going to come down to the last few possessions. Thankfully, Crowley's Ridge has the possession arrow favoring them should a jump ball occur. Floater, missed, rebound, Pioneers. 65 seconds left to go. KJ Quarter has the ball. To Montreal James. James to Roberson. Bo Roberson picks up a screen from the free throw line. Yes! And Coach Perkins wants to take a timeout, as it is now 69-67. We'll take the short timeout with them. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball after the Pioneers take a 2-point lead with 50.5 seconds left. This is CRC basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
This is Key Roberson. You listen to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
So a bit of a odd chain of events there. Crowley's Ridge called a 30-second timeout, and so had their timeout. And as Crowley's Ridge was breaking to go towards the floor, Rust went to the scores table and said, "Hey, we want to take a 30-second timeout." So both teams have a 30-second timeout. And Rust was nearly in trouble of not inbounding the ball in time. We're still double checking as to if that timeout was the correct thing. It appeared as though Crowley's Ridge called the timeout for 30 seconds. And then after their 30-second timeout had completed, Rust called a 30-second timeout. And their coaches are ensuring that we've got our 30-second, we've got our 60-second. The referees want to confer and double check, and the other referee's going to send the players to their respective benches as they try to straighten things out. I'll try to do so as well, but it has to do with what timeouts were called. you are allowed a certain number of 30-second timeouts. You're allowed a certain number of 60-second timeouts. And each coach, that's important to what they call win. And it appears as though the referees have been satisfied. So we're going to get started. 49.4 seconds. Bearcat basketball, full court pressure put on by the Pioneers. The Bearcats are going to inbound. Inbound to Jackson. Jackson guarded by James. Montrell James and Jackson. Jackson goes to his right, who goes down low. He passes out of bounds. That pass out of the reach of his teammate. And Crowley's Ridge has the basketball, has the possession arrow, and has the lead. With time on their side, 35 seconds, 25 on the shot clock. Bo Roberson gonna back off, try and melt as much clock. Do not turn it over, Pioneers. To Montrell James. James will dribble down, spins out to Key Roberson. Roberson for three. That's too hard. Rebound coming to the Bearcats. 15 seconds left. Stolen away by KJ Corder. And a foul is called on DeMarcus Robinson. And so with that, KJ Corder is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Now, Terrell Jennings, rather, received the personal foul, but in any case, KJ Corder will still go to the line to shoot 2. First on its way. Rims out. Everybody screaming rebound, but no, it's the double bonus. Now you can scream rebound. Christopher Ogbo trying to make his way to the scorer's table, and he does re-enter the contest. So with the last 12.2 seconds, Pioneers have Riley Clairday, Bo Roberson, Key Roberson, Montrell James, and KJ Corder. Pioneers have Porter, Jackson, Clinton, Ogbo, and Jennings. Free throw from Corder is good. And Coach Perkins wants to take a timeout. Whether or not there is going to be a reciprocal timeout after that. But I do know it's a 30-second timeout by Crowley's Ridge College. So Crowley's Ridge now with a 3-point lead. 11.8 seconds left. Both teams are in the double bonus. So the Pioneers, I guess technically you could foul. That would make the offense only able to shoot 2 free throws, and they're down by 3. But then you'd run the risk of the rebound going the Bearcats' way, and they could just put it right back up or skip it out. There is 11 seconds remaining. So the referees conferring, ensuring that everything is squared away for them. They know the importance of these next 11.8 seconds. It will determine the outcome of the game. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. The Bearcats will have to go the length of the floor with 11.8 seconds. A foul will send the Bearcats to the free throw line to shoot 2, but they are down by 3. The inbound goes to Jackson. Jackson guarded by James. Jackson blocked by Montrell James. Montrell James uses 5'10" of his extension and blocks the potential game-tying three-pointer. Crowley's Ridge gets the victory, 70-67. Again, the telling of the final score, Montrell James, 5'10", gets the block to seal the deal for the Pioneers. The telling of the final score, Crowley's Ridge College 70, Rest College 67. We'll take a short timeout, and we'll come back with post-game stats, get you set for our next timeout. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer victory, 70-67. This is Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
My name is Grayson Taylor, and I'm the campus minister at the Ridge Connection, which is the campus ministry on the campus of Crowley's Ridge College. College is a time that is possibly the most formative time in any person's life. It's where you find out who you might marry, figure out what you want to do with your life, and you figure out if your faith is legitimate, or you figure out if you believe in God at all. At the Ridge Connection, we want to help you find an authentic community of believers that is both encouraging and uplifting to you during your time in college. We hope that as you become more involved in our campus ministry, that you actually leave campus more like Jesus than you were when you walked in. We want to help you connect to God, connect to other people, and of course connect on the campus of CRC. So follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook at The Ridge Connection. You can find us on Instagram at The Ridge Connect. We are so excited to see what God does through The Ridge Connection on the campus of Crowley's Ridge College.
This is Montreal James, and you're listening to Crowley Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
He had 6 points. He had 3 rebounds. But the most important statistic for Montreal James tonight was the 1 block that sealed the deal for Crowley's Ridge. The three-pointer on its way from Jordan Jackson, blocked out by Montreal James. Crowley's Ridge wins 70-67. Pioneers shot 39% from the floor, 25 for 64. Rust 38% from the floor from long range. A lot of three-pointers taken, not so many made. 9 for the Bearcats out of 27 attempted, 33%. Pioneers, 8 of 23 for 35%. From the charity stripe, both teams not looking so hot. 12 of 22 were the Pioneers, 55%. And 59% for the Bearcats, 10 of 17. Pioneers were defeated soundly in the rebounding battle. Rest had 53 total rebounds, Pioneers 35. Crowley's Ridge had 11 steals, 5 had the Bearcats. Both teams had 5 blocks. Of course, none more integral than Crowley's Ridge. Montreal James getting the game-winning block. As we look at the individual players, all scorers were led by Bo Roberson's 29. I asked him pregame, I asked him if he was going to drop 30 for me. He said he would. I'm so disappointed in him that he did not get that 1 extra point to match what he told me today. But in any case, we're going to look on the other side at our guests first. Jordan Jackson, a very good game, 21 points, 5 of 11 from long range. Behind him, also a very good game, was Jerez Porter's 19-point game. But getting a double-double was Christopher Ogbo, 12 points, 18 rebounds. He was a force under the net, a vacuum underneath. Christopher Ogbo, double-double. For the Pioneers, again, Bo Roberson led with 29 points. Behind him in double digits was KJ Corder, 3rd consecutive game in double digits. Also scoring for the Pioneers, Key Roberson had 8. Logan Willett had 8. Montreal James had 6. Kyle Moore had 5. And Riley Clairday had 1. And the big block on the birthday boy, Montreal James, enjoying another birthday, and what a good present, the victory and the game-sealing block. Crowley's Ridge will improve to 2-6 on the year, and Rust College will fall to 0-2. It is not a very big turnover for Crowley's Ridge. Pioneers will have a game on Friday, 7 o'clock. You might have heard of them. The Pioneers will travel a few miles south to Jonesboro and face the Red Wolves of Arkansas State University. Arkansas State will be playing Memphis tomorrow. I was joking earlier, I had an email from ESPN asking for graphics and things of that nature. I was like, this is awesome. Crowley's Ridge will go and visit the First National Bank Arena. Tip-off against the A-State Red Wolves is at 7 p.m. And guess what? Pioneer Digital Network will be right there with you. Erica Richardson, who is the former SID, normally your stat keeper, will join me on the call. It's a special broadcast, so we're going to have a broadcaster with me as we will call the play-by-play on the radio. And I will see about getting an audio-only stream on the YouTube feed. But either way, we will be there on the audio for certain It is also on ESPN Plus. I mean, why would you want to watch Crowley's Ridge on ESPN Plus? But we'll be there. We'll have it for free for you on the Pioneer Digital Network. Every shot, every dribble. Arkansas State, Crowley's Ridge. That will be this Friday at 7. And then for the Lady Pioneers have had a tough time in getting out of COVID-19 quarantine. They were technically out today. They were scheduled to play Rust College today, but since this would be their first day out of a 14-day quarantine, it was determined probably be best if they had a week to, get things settled, get things back. They will be back in action, the Lady Pioneers, that is, on December 12th. That will be against Pensacola Christian. That will be right here, tip-off at 4 p.m.